PMWC. HORAA Esports. Team Flash. GODLIKE Esports. AURORA Gaming. Esports. Orangutan. Team Vitality. And finally, Thrives Esports. We can't emphasize enough the importance of the next 3 days. On Sunday, we will crown the greatest team in the world. So start as you mean to go on. Absolutely.
You need to prove it from the very first day. The PMWC finals at EWC 2026 starts right now!
Players from all corners of the world laser focused on one thing, the title of PMWC champion. Fight smarter, adapt faster, and deliver when the pressure is at its peak. That is what it takes to keep this dream alive.
So welcome to the PMWC at EWC 2026.
And RRQ are looking to do it here. Pushing up close and personal. Meow! With the nade! Turning the tables! And he's doing this all by himself! It's the Squad Wipe 1v4 from Milu!
Let's put the 11th on the board. Looking for TZ, is it a self-denial? It might be. Get to double digits on the evening
And that's it!
burn yourself down to the ground. What a shutdown. 108 points in 6 matches. Nate misses, Darkin peaks. That's on target. Good shot. Follow-up there. HG takes him away as Turney K falls. Mormon closes the gap in the shotgun standoff, but will he win it? No!
Are you kidding me? What a finish! It's Ida! S-Power is just insane. He's been throwing heat-seeking missiles all game long and opening the fight for his team. A full 4v4. S2G tried to catch a couple of their players off guard, but it's S-Power, baby. You can't shut him down that easy.
You can't stop S-Power, and you cannot silence Godlike in this moment. Adamino for the closing play as Godlike take this chicken dinner with ease!
That is how you do it here, folks. And you can see the look on their faces saying, "Can make some noise, Paris. It's Godlike's time to shine."
See on Rondo, it is madness in New York factory. A big lead threaded on up, and it's played in 1 and 2. FLUX charges on forwards, and they're cutting the rosters in half. Another one right up in his face. They go wide. Top's moving around the side. AURORA, a difficult beast to handle. The run coming through from India, but it's not happening. They will not be silenced. They will not be shut up here. Aru's still going strong. A tanky underneath, looking to get the shots in. But Flash moves around the side. He's whipping the shots, unfortunately. But finally, they will hit the last shot. India grabs the back-to-back. From day 1 to day 2, this team looks clean.
It's time to crush some dreams of 10 teams. Can I get you to press this button and open up the iris? Oh, with a bit of vigor. I like it. I'd like you to pull on this in 3, 2, 1. Send them home. Let's go. There we go.
I don't think we could have set the stage better ourselves. So it's ironic that we were featured in that nice little collection of replays there, Blank. An incredible way to give you a glimpse into what's gone on over the past couple days. But it's going to get even more climactic here. The best of the best return to the lobby, and this is where dreams truly do become reality.
I'm slouching, but hopefully the players aren't, because this is a day, right? Day one always gives you the most freedom, the most chance to get a big buffer online without that stress, because we saw that come through in survival stage. Yeah, teams were sweating, teams were shaking in their boots, but it's time to get boots on the ground over on Rondo very, very soon for our first match of the day. Who's going to grab that gargantuan point total? Can someone try and repeat something similar to EARENA? Maybe not the same, because that's once in a lifetime type of a deal.
Well, if there was a time to pull it out, try and elevate a world record even further, hey man, there's no better stage for it, no better crowd, no more excitement and anticipation than right here, right now, live from the Qiddiya City grid at PMWC, at EWC 2026. 3 years of intense competition, twice we've had brand new champions crowned, and this year we'll get another one.
Never going to be the same year at this rate, with Yangon being Yangon. It is time to crown a new victor. Who's going to be the defending champion? Will they be able to defend it next time? But right now, all that matters is getting those points online. Playing path is in the air for day one of finals. Match one, Rondo. Let's get it started.
Energy in the arena already. It's good to hear you, Paris. Let's keep that energy going throughout the day. We'll set the stage for you as we get our playing path on board for this one. We've had some pretty good games of Rondo, mate. You touched on EARENA there. That was something to be remembered. But the consistency and the level of aggression we've seen from these teams back in their respective groups was intense. Now we put that all together, a big hodgepodge of talent. They're going to be stepping over each other, Blanks.
I mean, they will. They will have to, because there's going to be bodies on the ground shortly, as soon as these players start dropping in. EARENA here, though, teams do need to be worried. They've been taking this little odd stadium drop where they've been searching out players from different teams on their res beacon positions. Now, if you are remembering our game versus Alpha 7 just the other day, survival stage day 2, they had a real tough time of it. They were able to hold out, but EARENA made their lives extremely difficult. But it wasn't just them. Let's see what EARENA can get done, because a lot of teams are going to be taking those res beacons off towards the northwest side with this playing path as the fight do open up towards Yulin.
Just how hot are these drops going to be and how much aggression is going to come out instantly. You see that opening knock from the side of 4 Thrives as Razy on Vitality starts to let some bullets fly. 2 players on Orangutan instantly being knocked off their feet as well. That's 3 points achieved for TIANBA in a matter of seconds here, Blank.
QCZ already hitting the knocks left, right, and centre. Me up to 4, QCZ on 2, 6 eliminated. On 2, 6 eliminated.
House in the survival stage, and again delivering early into Rondo. Orangutan being forced out as well as HORAA look to try and claim a few more points for themselves. 3 points for HORAA, 3 in the back pocket for NONGSHIM, REDFORCE, and that big 6 total for TIANBA already.
I mean, just coming through, really was just slashing at them. He pretty much cut through the entirety of 4 Thrives there, left them in ribbons by the end of it. I'm pretty sure he was up against guns as well, but he just brought the knife close quarters outside the pagoda. Real samurai here on Rondo.
Start as you mean to proceed, it seems, there for TIANBA on today's games. Sleepy taking the clash back over to Zizzy there from NONGSHIM. Going to be able to force him out early. Nice. Oh, that's a great lineup, bud. Lord coming swiftly in with that one onto S2G.
Gorgeous stuff here. But for S2G, got to chat with them for a little bit. My boy was actually getting a haircut when I was talking to him, but they were saying that they have the aggression, and that's what they're bringing here in the finals. It's what Ulf kind of lacked a little bit of. But for their Turkish team, they were looking to bring that aggression over in the group stages. They're looking to bring it again here. They've had a lot of time to study those teams, but Lost moves up and already is down. It's Kamikaze, the man with it all to give. One nade, one dream.
Ooh.
Good damn.
Yeah, it's nice bit of chip damage on the peak. Oh, wow. Law trying to lean into it, but the pre-fire back from Kamikaze on low HP will at least secure that one. Ralph goes in aggro, though, with the shotty and absolutely pumps them full of buckshot.
Good stuff there. Solke, at least at distance, is able to recall the team back into action. We do have a Western circle. We didn't get to talk about too much. Flash already has tops in that region, so Jiao Ting currently covered, but that place can hold a lot of teams late game. Eren now coming against Wit, bears them up, HP, but at distance, it's Milu once again. TIANBA up to 8 probably after this.
This is the dream start for TIANBA. And Milu, the fact that he's got 6 individual eliminations alone, mate, he was just popping off back in the games we've seen previously. If he feeds the hot hand and we keep this going throughout the whole day, good luck.
It's the buffer that we were talking about. And there's no luck involved, but there is luck involved over on the Lucky Spin, which you can join in with us in-game right now for the 2026 PMWC, the exclusive 2026 PMWC tournament set, which you can see on the screen regularly in-game. Make sure to try your chances just like QZZ and this spray down with the S12K. We are looking at 2 eliminations per minute.
Unreal reactions as well. Coming out swinging today. We know mechanically they're very gifted as individuals, but they're putting it all on the line. And hey man, that's the way to do it, right? We were touching on the fact that you can have a huge pop-off game on Rondo, the extra buffer of points from the sheer quantity of additional eliminations you can garner from this battleground. It's worth its weight in gold, especially in a 3-day finals environment like this. You gotta get in there and get stuck into the thick of it, and TIANBA are doing just that.
Again, for TIANBA, their biggest success in the survival stage was the fact that they started out so incredibly hot, where it felt like all the weight was off them a lot of times. And Milu making that 1v4 look real easy, I think that came from the fact that they had nothing to lose at that point. They were already in. They're just pushing a little bit further there. We haven't talked about it too much so far on the cast, but we do have Smash ruling this event. And not only does that mean that, yes, you can win technically, game 2, but it also means the further you are ahead, the harder it is for teams to catch up to you to also get to that Smash ruling. So we are looking for more similar results to 4 Thrives as well as Vitality in terms of how far they set themselves ahead in those rankings to make it difficult for any team to catch up to really engage that Smash ruling on the final day. Might be coming down to match 6, honestly.
Orangutan it will be a fun little storyline to see how that affects things going into the last day of competition. How big of a barrier that'll be. And really, if other teams will have to rise up to the occasion for it to even be a potential pipeline for them. That's one for the future, though, but now it's in the back of your mind. You have that context with just how much these early points matter for some of our squads. 2 sides that you touched on there, though, of course, being Vitality and 4 Thrives. They were dominant in both of their respective groups. Easily the best squads we saw when it came to how consistent they looked and how aggressive they were. Yeah. Vitality even kind of completely blowing away what we thought was the upper limit when they then played their group, right?
I think they knocked it out by 1 point, but even that 1 point is a hard point to squeeze out in such a short amount of games. For TIANBA, it's a little less impressive, I would say, just because you are playing with the dregs coming through from the group stage. We already did send what we assume to be our best 10 teams forward there. Yeah. Even so, TIANBA still looked very strong, and for them, it was more a case of switching it on in those moments. And they've done exactly that. It looks like all the lights are on at home right now for TIANBA. They are burning the midnight fuel. It's crazy. Actually wild. The speed at which he was like so that 1v4 again, actually? Now I'm thinking about it. Technically,
it feels like it is, especially when you then factor in, but we had the one clean 1v4 he won. We then had a 1v4 attempt towards the end of survival stage that resulted in a winning free elite to Greg. That was the last guy. Yeah, like the conversion rate we've had on raw 1v4s from him has actually been unbelievable.
I think we're more astonished that that might be a 1v4. I mean, we didn't even clock it because it's like, is he just doing this repeatedly now?
Just full-on butcher blade coming out from Elu, chopping everyone to bits. Crazy.
Love to see it. So it goes over towards that northern side. A bit of an awkward res beacon on this one as well, down towards the lake. Definitely possible to go for, but you get caught out on the bridges coming out from that area a fair few times here, Jackie. And also, there will be teams playing around that spot, trying to hold teams out. Orangutan, though, nice rotate on the north side. Will be able to get them further into the circle. TIANBA Vitality on the back foot here, as well as Ulf. AURORA holding a 2-2 split. I think they've realised because they're so far down towards the south, likely better just try and clear their back angles and then look for maybe a major rotate on the west or the east side later on.
Shades of stadium for EARENA, a position they'd love to play towards in a final circle, but let's see if they can win out versus Orangutan. Straight through the door, and it's easy cleanup on the opening two players. Arrow and Wizgard down in a matter of seconds. Back down to a duo once again.
Fourth Rise taking down Tanky there as well. Leaves Orangutan just on one singular player, AKOP, who is sending for a res beacon. I think he might go far Bay Lee on this, actually, Jackie. I don't think he's going to stop off early over towards the lake. Like we said before, you get a res off there, teams know it's happening, they will hold you out. So he is forced to go for the long rotate. But honestly, for Orangutan, it's not terrible because they could just swing back in from that northern side, and it's fairly free with where most of the teams dropped off down towards the south.
Yeah, thankfully he's got just enough time. Of course, slightly further out as well. Hedges his best. He goes up towards the top of the north side. Going to get that recall in. See Vitality on screen here as well. Just the one elim to start us off with, Razy. I mean, you said it yourself, mate, doing your little special report on Vitality. Razak and Razy, that's been a hell of a duo. I like the Cray twins, bro. I'm just terrified when you see them coming out here.
Yeah, you are. I mean, one of them bringing the double hammers as well. It's a bit of a nightmare, honestly, and they are always looking for a proper shootout. But it's nice to see Axel as well as Federalis. I mean, Axel really astonished me. Because there had been so much talk about Razy and Razak, and Federalis has also had a massive amount of tenure throughout the entirety of PUBG Mobile, but Axel was just swinging and not missing. So that's what gives me a lot of hope. I'm very, very excited to see this team perform as this tournament goes on, just because of how good all of them have been playing individually and as a unit. Take a look at Godlike, though. They're over towards that centre side. I think Godlike showed us something different from their region. Honestly, they had some great aggression. I think they've been making little adaptations here and there, figuring things out as they go along. But genuinely, overall, we're impressive. They were second best inside of their group, only beat out by Vitality. To be fair play.
Fair play. Vitality really did get it there, mate. We've got a little crunch down the zone here as well, pulling further down. A couple big names amongst the dead centre of it all. Godlike, as you touched on, 4 Thrives, Vitality, NIGMA Galaxy as well. The representation from AURORA, another side that could have some surprises in store for us the longer this one goes on.
Yeah, AURORA, they just seem to have this capability to choke in the finals.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's their major issue. Every single player on that team has greatness inside of them. It just seems to dwindle a little bit once we get to a finals. We've been asking for that not to be the case for the longest time. I've get to the point now where I just don't believe in it, which is sad. But they are consistently always here, and you can't really put them down too much for that. The fact they're in most of the finals is like that's already a big achievement. Reefers though opening up over towards Yasser from ALULA. TIANBA's cut out on that eastern edge. Now, there's a lot of these big pillars involved inside the circle, as well as stadium over towards that northeast side, which is a bit open on the outer edges. It slopes down into it, so if you are EARENA, you can swing past here. They also know this area very well. It is their drop spot, but Fourth Rise have beaten them to the punch here down towards their southwest from stadium.
I'm excited to see what the form of FURIA is going to be looking like in a final situation again as well. They were massively coming alive, dude. Felt like it was way better in terms of the decision making. The communication was on point, and a lot of the fights we witnessed from them. Igor as well, just playing so brilliantly with some of the individual plays. Feel like a whole new man showed up. We spoke about this big man though, and he's back on our screens again. Milu scouting around, seeing if he can get a line of sight potentially. Just playing close towards the geometry here at the cliff face. It's off that aren't too far away.
Eagle and Aki desperate to get some elims on board. I mean, man, every single one over on Milu and QZZ, but these guys are the fraggers on side. Aking a lot of times playing off the back of him. Eagle very, very good at playing that anchor style. Generally is the last player to go down. Plays that survivalist very well for them as well. Yeah, you're right, FURIA looking good. Igor's, I think, was a big surprise.
Yeah.
They've got big names on that team like Chief Ayala. Silence also doing a lot of good work. But yeah, Igor's was just really giving it to a lot of these squads. Now, we're getting in towards our later circles with quite a lot of them teams still involved. We talked about Jaltin earlier on. It can house a ton of teams. It is uncomfortable to play in, and swinging from apartment to apartment is not always easy, and there's a lot of difficult windows, little places to pitch nades in. We can't quite get those full finishes on. So I'm curious to see how this will play out. I think it's going to be a little bit of a passive game going towards the end, but you do have to get in towards Jaltin.
See over on the side of the stage, the NIGMA Galaxy fans getting quite excited. But meanwhile, amongst the battleground, it's S2G that feel the hammer crash down on top of them from NONGSHIM REDFORCE. The hero of Hyunbin starting it out well. And only one man in last, forced to bail out and try and keep their dreams alive as he breezes out of action. There's AURORA as well, clashing against EWC.
I mean, Eden tried to get on the northeast side, which I think is, at this point, a little bit too late. They got crunched in by Vitality as well as AURORA. I think you somewhat deserve that coming into this stage of the game. Jaltin's still far on the western side, but because it's such a big amount of landmass with a lot of places to play, you do see a lot of teams confirming here early, but you sort of want to be on that end where AURORA is, Vitality, where there is those clear exit points across the road. A lot of other teams have to take something a little bit more unfortunate. Fourth Rise though, Joker stepping up to the plate. He is spraying through the smoke. There's one close. He's giving some away though, Jackie.
Yeah, this is risky, bro. IQ had to be so swift with the shotgun hits. Joker just teasing them, dancing around on top of the rocks. So much damage already done to Fourth Rise. This would be a hellish way to go down, and that's how they fall in our opening game. EARENA.
EARENA down, but back on ball with TIANBA. Milu like the first, as per usual. Scarface desperate against it, but he's just pushing up. Aking will find another shot. Solus is down. This is looking very, very bad for Hope. And TIANBA puts up more points. Milu on a fat 7 so far.
It's not going to stop either. They want even more. Squeeze whatever points they can get out of this one. Eren had to tuck his tail and absolutely bolts it. Finds a lone rock in a field and gets his head down. Turns his attention back up onto him though. Few shots as he dumps the magazine towards Milu. Someone needs to stop him, Black.
Milu is just out of control this game. You're right, needs to be leashed. QZZ still taking some damage here. I'm kind of curious from where. But if it's FURIA actually taking a couple of pot shots over towards them. Eren not letting up. Just about press over the top of that bridge side. They're going to take the blue for a little bit to try and deny those sidelines. They make their way over towards the pagoda. Just about in here, Jackie. Difficult spot to play. Curious to see how it does work out. Aurora, it seems like both them and Vitality have been crossing a couple of curveballs at one another. But everyone does find Eagle. Goodness me, still being a nuisance on that east side.
Fair play, man. He's thinking, you want to try and ruin this for us on game one? We'll at least make it uncomfortable. Force out the utility, see what he can scrap through to them. Can't really make a move towards that recall, the zone coming in, and that's going to really crunch up away from all of them. Still dead center with Vitality.
Vitality's actually in a really good spot here. As I said before, it does give them that capability to move out over towards that northeast side if needs be, but they also can crunch every single team on the western side. There was one player left remaining from Ida. It is Darkin. He is over on the eastern side of Joutin, just hanging out for the time being, but that does kind of save grace for Vitality, because they'll hear the shots immediately if someone tries to rock over towards Darkin. Just give them a brief opportunity to reassemble and reassess how they want to play off on that eastern side. Quick replay here for Federales, just instant shots. I think this has been a key factor for Federales throughout the entire time as well. Reaction speed. He is quick with it.
It was quick and on a disgusting angle as well, so good plays. Oh, Federales nowhere clears it.
Hello,
He didn't get the play off. What? They turn around back onto it and Federales falls. What's gone on there?
This is an insane push from TIANBA, by the way. They have practically mostly lived it. Only QZZ going down. I don't know how TIANBA is here. They immediately scarpered from that south side, and they took the most bold push. I was like, goodness me, Vitality's going down. And I was like, goodness me, Vitality's going down to TIANBA of all teams.
Mate, this is lunacy. Milu's looking for the nade as well, wants to really commit to this. Meanwhile, the last man from Wolf goes down. They fall second into our first game. Milu priming the nades.
Oh, nice. Good nade from there. Hits it back. Axel and Razak still up and kicking. That nade looked dangerous. Milu's down, tries to crawl his way back in towards the smoke to mask his presence here. QZZ still alive. Last of a player up, probably the one you want to see as well here for TIANBA. 14 eliminations this game so far, though still decent. That is greedy. Vitality's gonna let it happen?
Oh, mate. He's going to get it in. The Reds is going to get him back up. The insane bit was as well, it was the nades from Aurora from all the way in the back line that got that initial knockback over onto Milu. Vitality have just been caught in the middle of it all. Most aggressive game of badminton with nades being bounced over the top of their